For decades, Gibraltar has been pumping raw sewage into the sea. In 2010, this resulted in infraction proceedings by the European Union, which culminated in a ruling last year holding the UK responsible for not having fulfilled its obligations in respect of Gibraltar. Environment Minister John Cortes said discussions on this deal had been going on for 6 years, as a strain of bacteria had to be developed which could survive in salt water, which Gibraltar uses in its sewage infrastructure.
I think the important thing is to celebrate the fact that we are at this stage and that we are finally going to get this off the ground. It's been a long process. Remember that the government came in and no work had been done in the background 6 years ago. So that had to take off. We had to go through the full tender process at an EU level. Then there had to be a selection of the preferred bidder. And once that happened, we had to hone in into the technology, the difficulty of treating sewage in the context of Gibraltar, particularly because we use salt water and usually these processes rely on fresh water and it's a biological process. So we needed to find a bacterium that could cope with salt water. That took time. And then obviously, as you're discussing these details, you have to then look into the different contract details, the different makeups of how it's going to happen and so on and so forth. So it's taken a long time, but we have done it very thoroughly, very well. Frustrating at times because this is something that the government really was committed to, but finally we're here.
The government says these are the final steps before work can begin on the overall project, which will be the design, build and operation of a plant for the treatment of sewage in Gibraltar. Works are expected to start in 6 months' time and should be complete by 2020.